Atlanta is the place for all the hits. You ever hear a hit song and say, you know what, I wish I could have written that, or I could write that as well? Well, you have the chance to do that. Creating the perfect song. There's going to be a workshop happening in Atlanta next week, and you are invited. We are joined by industry pioneer Nitti Beatz to tell us all about it. It's great to have you in studio with us.
Great to be here, man.
Listen, I'm going to take you back 20 years to when It's Going Down came out, Young Jock's smash hit.
Okay.
Right when that song starts, what does it say?
It's a Nitti beat.
It's a Nitti beat.
There you go.
I knew about you from that moment, and it's so funny, you know, as producers, sometimes you don't always know the faces behind those names, but you know those names and you hear those names. Yeah. So I want to make sure we give you your flowers on a day like today. And thanks for being here with us. Talk about how you got your start in the industry, because you've been in this thing for a minute now. Yeah,
I got my start. I went to Avondale School of Arts and started doing production and stuff, signed with So Def. And from there, I just started producing, working with new artists, worked with a lot of artists, Young Jeezy, Young Jock, the Gucci Mans, Ludacris's. So I just started giving them beats and going into the studio with them, and we just didn't stop working.
What makes a good beat? Because I know things that catch my ear. You've probably got your style of things that catch your ear. A lot of the things you produce have caught my ear. Okay. So what is a good beat?
A good beat is something that by the time you get through making the beat in the studio, everybody's head bobbing. So if the heads are not bobbing, you don't have a good record. You know what I mean? So that's what I like to do.
That's a simple way to put it. I like that. Because you can tell if people are feeling it or if they're not feeling it. Yeah. All right. You've been in the industry. You've worked with some of the great artists. You talked about Jeezy. You talked about T.I., Gucci Mane, so many more. I mean, what does it mean to you? Because the time where you were producing a lot of those songs back in like the early 2000s and whatnot, that was really an opportunity where Atlanta was being put on the map. Everybody knew Atlanta had talent, but it felt like the whole nation was now watching Atlanta. Yeah. And you were a part of that.
Yeah, I was, man. I mean, shout out to Tom Cruise. By the time we did some of the records, he was doing the dance on TV and stuff.
I remember that,
So by the time he stamped the record, you know what I mean, it became one of those things where it spread it because he was an actor, you know what I mean? So, you know, it was just a time to, you know, to show the world that, you know, it's more to Atlanta than just, you know, what they've been hearing music-wise. So, you know, what I did was try to make the best music that I could make to make it go worldwide. I didn't want to just be limited to Atlanta.
It was trying to expand for sure.
Had to.
You know, Atlanta is full of so much talent. It's always been that way. It still is to this day. And you understand the importance of creating the perfect song. So you're going to be hosting a workshop. This is exciting. Tell us a little bit about what's happening there.
October the 8th, man. I'm partnering with the Cobb County Sheriff Department. And it's called How to Create the Perfect Song. So basically, we're going to invite people out. We're going to have producers, songwriters, attorneys, engineers, and all these people are top dogs, you know what I mean? So we want to show people how to make the perfect song in 2025. You know what I mean? We want people to learn the whole process of what I did, what I went through. I didn't go through I didn't go to a music school. So I had to learn and just learn it was based off relationships and just making good quality music. So I want to show the people that.
And that's important for people to understand, because I do think that there's often a misconception. People will come or try to break into the industry and they think it's about the degree that you have. And there may be a time and a place for that, but that's not always how it works.
Nah, it's not, man. It's all about relationships and making good quality music. Learning how to get your records mixed and mastered the correct way. That plays a big part, man. So, you know, and then it's all about, you know, having good energy, you know, keeping God first. You know what I mean? So that's what it's all about with me, you know.
AI, let's talk artificial intelligence. It's getting a little scary out there for everybody. And here's why. While it is a great tool for a lot of people and companies have learned how to utilize it, I think I'm stunned by seeing how it's impacting the music industry. Because right now, I was just briefed about this, about how there's an artist who just signed a $3 million deal, but it's not a real person. This is AI producing music. As somebody who came from when it was really about the true talent and what you had to be able to do, does that kind of concern you a little bit?
No, I'm not worried about AI. AI can't do what I do as a producer.
I know
You
that's
what I mean?
right.
So AI is not going to make a Nitti beat. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah, but AI is what it is. It's still controlled to a certain extent by a producer. You know what I mean? So I don't intend on signing any AR artists. I don't want it. You know what I mean? I want to keep it original. I want to bring you in the studio.
I might have to come in there
Yeah,
and check it out one day, because I told him I do a little singing.
Yeah.
He said, "You gonna hear the note?" I said, "No, sir, not today." Nitti
Yeah.
Beatz, it's great to have you with us, sir.
Pleasure,
Thanks so
brother.
much for
Thank you,
stopping
brother.
by. And be sure to check out the Creating the Perfect Song workshop that is happening next Wednesday at 10 a.m.